Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have any of those classes?
I'm immediately drawn to Skinwalker because
Nice.
I like shifting
Okay.
into things. I don't know why.
Yeah. Because you wish you were someone else.
Oh,
Psychological reason, actually. That's why I'm an actor.
Oh, I'm so glad I started recording just before that. Brilliant. I apologize, Liam. I think that's a good choice. Okay, so we can start with that. So if you guys want to use the... do you have the document open?
I have all the documents.
Okay,
open,
so you're looking at Dunhollow Playtest V06.
Yep.
So if you go to like the kind of first, or it's page 5, you'll see the meager beginnings. That's what you'll probably want to go with, unless you want to chance it and roll for your stats.
Page 5.
Page 5, yeah.
Now is that page 5 in the document?
Yeah,
or page 5.
page 5 as per the page numbers in the book.
3 in the...
Yeah, three in the...
Gotcha. Creating your wanderer.
Yes, that page. So if we go... Yeah, we'll go with the meager beginnings probably for you guys, because that way, you know, your characters will be able to do the things they're supposed to do. So you've got 18 points to spend, and no points can go above 12.
Okay.
So, like Jade,
Hey.
you might want to put 5 or 6 in wisdom. Yes. Sorry.
Rob, I do have a question.
Yeah.
The Path of the Enchanter.
Yes.
It says you gain 2 sorcery points. In addition, you may choose 1 first level spell that you are able to cast. You may... Oh. So I have 2 sorcery points and a freebie. So
and basically a first level cantrip.
Okay. Cool.
But you have to... So the reason that like weird line is in there is because obviously... So when you get sorcery points in this, they are like your spell slots and your spells known. So you have 2 points during the day where you can be like, I spend 1 point to cast 1 first level spell. But you also have 2 sorcery points to be like, okay, this is a first level spell I know and this is a first level spell I know. And then one of those 2 first level spells you choose, you can cast whenever you want. Does that make sense? Okay.
I was just making sure because I was like,
yeah, for sure.
I read it differently the first time I did, because like in the sorcery section.
Yeah. If there's something
it
you
talks
guys
about-
oh sorry. If there's something you guys are like unsure about, or I have to explain more to you know, make sense, or if you notice a mistake or something, I would super appreciate it if you left a comment on the Google Doc. So like in an instance like that where it's a bit ambiguously worded, maybe I could do a bit better job there.
No. It's not that it was ambiguously worded. It's just that whenever I first read it to myself, it sounded different in my head. So it sounded like I got two spells and that was it. And then I got to, I confused myself. So
Okay.
It wasn't the way it was written. It was the way I was reading it.
All right, thank you. But Dan, do you know what you're doing character-wise?
Pretty much. I did see there was a comment left about you were just, it might be a bit of a non sequitur, but mint weapons. You said like with giving a +1 and the poor weapon quality or whatever giving a -1. You've put a note to remove that.
Yes. I think so.
I mean, it's
or
there. It says comment removed.
Yeah, it was a note more to be like, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna come back to it, kind of thing. Because
Okay.
I saw it and I was
remove
like,
seemed fairly definitive, and I was like,
yeah, I
remember
put
this
remove because I couldn't be
Okay.
bothered to be like remove.
Question mark,
Maybe should have
maybe.
had a question mark, but you know, it was for myself and I knew what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll play with it on for now,
Sure.
but we'll see.
I mean, we've rarely really used mint or poor weapon.
Yeah.
Dan, did you want to be an enchanter?
No,
haven't
you can
had-
take
okay.
it. I
Okay.
was like, I might be the in my head. I was like, I might be the enchanter or the skinwalker. When I was chosen.
Hey,
I'm gonna be Brand and be frontline.
Okay.
Jade
Okay.
needs someone to protect her.
Okay. So I was gonna say, like, I could easily go berserker, so I was just making sure that you didn't want to do enchanter.
That's okay.
All right. So Jade, Liam, you've got 18 points to spend. No stat can go above 12. Sorry, yeah. So obviously, like, keep in mind that you're rolling, 3d6. So like your minimum rolls.
The average
of
of
3.
which is like 9.5.
Yeah.
So if you want to be good at something, you probably want like a 10 in it in your primary stat. But you also maybe don't want to drop too much if you can help it,
Yeah.
because we got buggered over by various mental saves
Oh
the
yeah.
last time we playtest.
That was rough.
We were fighting a troll or something, and it wasn't pleasant.
I think it was an Irigoth potentially.
Okay.
Off the top of my head,
Scary stuff.
let me check. No, it
You
wasn't.
said-
Oh, I know what it was. It was a. Where is it?
You do get more stats as you level up.
Yeah.
So
Robert,
Yes.
what is our equipment going to be?
We will use the rolling rules for now. I think. Because that is how it was intended by the creator. But yeah, so Jade, Liam, if you guys want to like fill in your ability scores, and then we can start like moving down the rest of it.
Do we have 18 total or 18 on top of this? The
18 on top
three
of the
six?
6. Yeah.
Okay, I got confused. I'm like, that's
So you
okay.
could you can have 3 12s and 3 6s.
Gotcha. Right, I'm with you now.
Yeah.
Okay, doke. What would Skinwalker need? Wisdom for 1, probably.
and an attack stat. Probably
Yeah.
strength.
So it depends, right? It depends what you're going to choose. So you could be a bear, a bird, a boar, or a wolf.
Wolf. 'Cause
Okay, so that gives you +1 dex off the bat.
Okay.
And so it might be that your character uses a bow and has pretty good dex. And then like you'll see, so like you can't shift into anything yet. That's the beginner ability. But like once you
Just
do,
a bit wolfy.
yeah, once
A
you
little
like,
bit wolfy.
yeah, the wolf will get like loads of initiative. Will get extra
Crit damage. But look at it.
crit damage, yeah, and no opportunity attacks. So you can, and then like as you go up, that kind of builds, and so the wolf can eventually like make free attacks when moving and give their allies +2 to attack rolls, which means you can like run through and help your allies and not trigger. It should hopefully kind of come together as a pretty fun, interesting way to play.
Sure.
But yeah, so for now, like the wolf leans into dex.
Makes sense.
So that's probably a good shout. Okay. And then, yeah, like, obviously, you guys have played a lot of RPGs, so you know basically what everything there is going to do with regards to, what the stats are for. If you're unsure, there is a breakdown of that at the top. But I don't think there's anything really different. Okay, so I think you guys are in a pretty good place with your stats, mostly. So we'll look at your the rest of the top band. So obviously your hit dice is 1. Your starting hit point just starts at 6. We'll come back to the armor because that's like picking your equipment. Obviously you can fill in your path. And your like homeland and stuff is all sort of like flavor, but it gives you some kind of items and some values that your character will, might help to inform them. So, and also I guess it might help with the kind of understanding about a bit more about the world. if I just give like a 2-sentence run through of each of them. So there's basically 4 big holds and 4 small holds. Each hold is ruled by either a Harskar, if you're in the south and like one of the Viking-y people, or a Seer, Tsiir, if you're in the north and one of the Slavic people. There's Hjarvatn, which is where this adventure will be taking place. It is like huge, built on lakes, all about like there's a fair bit of mining, a fair bit of lumber, build ships there, but it's very like kind of traditional Viking. There's Alfnir, which is in a big forest, like surrounded by bountiful woods, but also lots of elves that they are constantly fighting with. Straslik is one of the big like Slavic ones. Those people are called the Rano, the kind of Slavic people. They have like big volcanoes and icebergs, and it's all like huge nature. They're a bit more like technologically advanced than the Southerners, and so they've got like some like stone walls and stuff. And then Kotov is the largest hold, and it's like commerce, but also like they're big in like family, and like that sort of family unit. Then you got the small holds. So Kairunia is one of the northern ones. They are the least or the most chill people about magic. They have like lots of kind of mystic leanings. You've got the other northern one is Zarya, which is like where the Northerners first landed on Dunhollow, and like the town of Oziak there is just this like frigid, almost like Inuit village where everything's freezing and there's like 4 hours of daylight and it just sucks. And you got Latan, which is basically a hold made up of 3, or a hold, that's the brother, sorry, which is kind of in ruins at the moment. There's each hold has like a few villages that are ruled by earls, and Latan doesn't have any of those villages anymore because they all got sacked and no one's rebuilt them as of yet, but that is an adventure to come. And then the brothers, who was founded by the son of the guy who founded, or the sons of the guy who founded Latan. It's basically 3 brothers who all sailed away from their dad and founded their own hold with 3 kind of capital cities, and they're all about fishing and the sea and that sort of thing. So, like, pretty straightforward. There's a bit of information if you want to do some reading, but you can just pick one you like. So, like, if you want to look at, like, maybe a more natural character, like a skinwalker, say, you might be looking at Kairunia or maybe Alfnir, like the kind of more natural ones. For a pilgrim, you could be from anywhere, really, but maybe, you know, somewhere more northern and you've come on a pilgrimage down, like, it's up to you. It's not a huge huge thing of mechanical importance. But that's basically them. And then obviously you can go and like take your first like novice ability, which is in bold on the document. Like you can see, so say we'll look at the pilgrim. So Jade, you get a +2 to travel tests, rituals, condition tests, and knowledge tests. So you can bung that in the box there. But what that means is whenever you're like traveling somewhere, someone has to roll to make a travel test to like navigate and make sure that you travel effectively. You get a bonus to that. Rituals are basically group challenges. So everyone makes a test and if there's more successes than there are failures, you succeed. So you get a bonus to your roll when you're doing rituals. Condition tests are something we'll touch on more when we come to equipment, but basically your equipment isn't infinite. If you have an item and something bad happens, or if someone crits against you, you will have to make a condition test to like see if your item gets damaged, and if it gets too damaged, it starts incurring penalties, and then if it gets repaired into a really, really good state, it starts getting bonuses currently. And knowledge tests are just like, what's that plant? Oh, it's a Chinese water lily, you know.
What's that doing here?
Yeah. And then you got to pick a goal. So this is like one of the more important things. It can be something like more abstract, or it can be something more specific. So an example of that, and my examples got a bit more abstract and grandiose as they went along, as I was writing them. So like for the pilgrim, you can see in the master goals, there's like change the minds of others, make them see. So that's like, that could mean, you know, a whole host of things. But when I feel you've accomplished that, then you would, you know, get your master level up. But what that means can depend on the story, so that's why you only pick one at a time. Okay. So like it might be that, you know, there's two factions warring and you get to this level and you're like, this could work. So you will take that goal, and then maybe your character, you know, gives some impassioned speeches, helps to convince people that maybe fighting isn't the right way, and then suddenly you've achieved that goal. You know, that kind of thing. Like, and it doesn't have to be one of the ones there. It can be something else. So once you've picked a goal, we can move on to your trait.
I do think I'm going to take the aid another in their struggle goal just for simplicity's sake.
I like it. Okay. So you've got Liam. You've done that. You need. So Liam, you've got like the goals are these boxes.
Oh, I
you
see.
have one
sorry,
goal for every. No worries.
Oh, yeah,
you have
right.
one goal for each thing. So this one would go in here, and then yeah. No worries. So yeah, we just need traits, homeland, values, like that's fluff stuff. No one has any
Homeland,
sorceries yet.
Forest.
Pardon?
I just put forest for homeland. So
Sure.
He's gonna be a wandering boy.
Yeah. So you can come up with your own values then if you want. Why not? Already thrown fucking spanners into the works, but there you go. Okay.
What I do?
So the traits. So at first level you get 2 traits, and basically what these are descriptors of your character that can be used in certain situations. So like you might say, so you get 2 to start with. So like C took beautiful earlier. So, you know, you're gorgeous and dashing. People find their gaze drawn to you, useful for persuading and holding attention. So then say, you know, you're trying to convince someone and something, and C, you know, tries to be all sexy about it to get them to do what she wants. She might be like, okay, can I use beautiful for this? Yes, you get a +2 bonus.
Can I use beautiful to convince them not to throw me on the pyre?
Yeah. Or it might be like,
I'm too pretty to burn.
it might be, you know, rough or willful, and these are all things that you can kind of pick to both help like flesh out your character and give you bonuses in certain situations. So like Liam, you might take savage. You're a person of the wilds who's lived a hard and dangerous life, useful for tanning, butchery, and scavenging. So then if it comes to like, you're like, can I cut open this animal to see if there's anything cool inside? I'm savage, by the way, I'll be like, okay, bonus. That's pretty much how that works. So you can pick 2 of those and enjoy them greatly. And then yeah, you get more as we level up. And if you come up with ideas for more, like chuck a comment in, because I'm happy for there to be millions of these.
What's the difference between the 4 horses?
Well, pretty much nothing mechanically, I think, at the moment. But basically, they're different breeds. There is, so that I do have horse stats, and their like speed and hardiness depends on the horse. But it won't matter for this. It's like something I'm fleshing out in the Creatures of Dunhollow doc.
I'm going to have one though.
Sure. I will say this adventure is going to take place largely on a boat.
Oh, well then never mind then. I'll just
You
have
you said
you.
it just as I was adding seafaring to my guy. Like,
But yeah, this
okay
is
then.
like a swamp adventure. So
Okay. Can I, as an enchanter, I don't really need, or like I have a dagger that comes with my hold background or
Yeah.
whatever. Can I still use a shield?
yeah, so anyone
Okay.
like it's it's imagined to be this sort of Viking-ish culture. Everyone can use big weapons and stuff, and it's encouraged for an enchanter like should have a weapon like an axe or something on them, because even if you can cast one spell whenever you want, you're not going to go out without some means of physically defending yourself, I think.
Yeah, I just
Yeah, I think
I came with the dagger with my thing, and I'm like I could do. What would a spear be? You actually don't have like a spear in here, and those were kind of common.
yeah, so I would say
I guess you could choose between either a
Yeah.
one-handed light spear or like a two-handed heavy
yeah,
spear.
so it's up to which of those weapon options you want to choose. There's no so I guess we'll move on to gear and stuff. Jaden, Liam, are you guys like good to move on? Have you picked your
So,
cool?
I have 2 traits.
Very nice.
dos
So
retos.
you guys are pretty much there. Okay, so equipment, page 19. Equipment's pretty like open to interpretation, we'll say. So you have 3d6 times 10 silver, and you can re-roll ones.
I've just seen you put the optional rule in the
Yeah,
text
I've seen
and
that as well.
And again in the box. Yeah.
It's more, yeah, like we put the box in and I forgot to take out the optional.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Um,
just. Try and make a note.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, so no doubt you've both noticed the very strange arrangement of items on the right-hand side of the character sheet. That is basically your encumbrance. So a character normally can carry where is it? One heavy item, one medium item, and 2 light items. And then if you have a backpack, you get an extra medium and 10 extra light. So you can carry 1 heavy, 2 medium, 12 light. And so heavy items are going to be things like giant weapons or a 2-person tent or a battering ram. Medium items are going to be like medium weapons, like an arrow quiver, a pickaxe, camp supplies, and then light items are going to be things like thieves' tools, a tankard, a bedroll, that sort of thing. So, and the other thing is like if something that you want isn't in those lists, let me know, and basically I can be like, okay, so say you wanted like, oh, I want this kind of musical instrument. Weapons don't count.
I'm joking.
Chop.
Yes, I do.
No, but they don't count in the. These are non-weapon items that I'm talking about in
Oh,
this
okay.
context, because the weapons are their own thing.
They still count.
Yes, they still count. Also, it should be noted when you are like wearing an item or carrying it, it counts as one like carrying it, wielding it, we'll say, it counts as one slot lower. So if you're wearing heavy armor, or if you have heavy armor but you're wearing it rather than like carrying it on your back, it counts as a medium item for you.
Cool.
And so if you're looking at like things you'll need are, you know, maybe camp supplies are a good idea. If you're using a bow, like you'll need a bow, an arrow quiver, and 20 arrows. You might want a climbing kit. You might want a wood axe. You might want a herbalist kit, or you know, just whatever.
How are we
catches your
generating the wealth?
fancy. The roll.
Did you say, or did I miss that? Yeah, so roll.
Yeah, the roll.
Okay.
But you can re-roll ones on your d6s.
Okay, cheers.
We'll use that rule.
I'll also say that the skinwalker can only have light armor, and the
Yes,
pilgrim
yeah,
is
there are.
restricted to light and medium. It's in the armor section,
Yeah.
but I thought I'd point it out.
Yeah. So enchanters, berserkers, and skinwalkers can only wear light armor. Pilgrims and scoundrels can wear light or medium armor. Brands can wear any armor. So brands are the only ones who can. Get the big... Oh no, shit! Yeah, we changed that. I'll need to make a note in there because we took out heavy armor. Do you remember that?
We do. I can't note on the PDF version 6 thing, so I can't do my notes there. So if you want to make a note for the rerolls ones.
Yeah, I'm sharing. Anyone with the link can comment. So you should be able to now. I'm also going to send an updated link. I will add. Where is it? Yeah, reroll.
I can comment now. Question mark? Comment.
Thank you, son.
Can you? No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, about the heavy armor being taken away. Because that was one of Brand's advantages. I can't remember what we said about if they would get something in their stead. I cannot remember.
Potentially.
Something
Something to maybe just.
No, the brand can wear any armor is still in there because there was going to be magic and legendary items that were heavy.
Yeah, that's correct.
We might want to put a note about that so people don't bring that up.
Yeah.
I'll just mention it.
Okay. And then like sundry items are like things you might pick up on the way, or the stuff from your background that's like a rune necklace. That's like a sundry item. You know, it's not gonna encumber you any.
Yeah.
And then once we've done that, we made the characters.
The background items, so like the runic necklace has an N on it, which was just they all sundry because they all have S, or were they small with an S to begin with and we changed it to light since? Like is the pendant? The pendant is an N, which was meant to be nothing. I think you were gonna put it down, but then we turned out to sundry. So then, like small hammer and thick fur gloves, are they also like sundry, or are they?
No, it's small and none. Yeah.
Right. So we need to go through and change all of those because we changed the language. That's okay.
No, it's just like we always notice something like that as we go to test it. I guess that's why we test it. Yeah, and I think like once you guys have chosen your items, that's it. That's the character.
Question. You said that when you're wearing something or wielding something, it counts as one size less. Is that excluding or including armor? I.e., if I had more armor, it would count then as sundry as opposed to light.
Correct.
Gotcha. So I put it in the correct box.
Yeah. So I think if we're like once everyone's good. Dan and C, are you guys good character-wise? I'll have a look at your sheets.
I've just got to buy stuff. Did we
sorry,
have a
I
bit
didn't-
for money? I've
Pardon?
not got a box for cash.
Bung it in sundry.
There's
Sure.
also No, wait, no. What? Oh, values is supposed to be from my hold.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do I value? Where's the values? Values in.
Are you not? You haven't made your sheet in the.
No, because I didn't know you were gonna make a group
Oh,
one, so I copied
worries,
the
no worries.
thing. I don't know if I can move it.
Yeah, you
I know
should
I
be able
can.
to.
Oh, existing spreadsheet shared with me.
Votlandi.
Let's see. Is it the one that is most recently in the group?
It's called. No.
You linked it
Yeah.
as part of the masses of links and thing.
Or is it shared with me? Dunhollow.
It's called Votlandi characters.
Thank you. Okay, I should be in there now.
Yeah, I see it.
Let me rename it.
Yeah, I'm just deleting the old
Oh
one.
no. If I said rename, why would you?
It's done.
Okay, thanks.
I protect another with your powers as my novice goal. And my traits are mystical and beautiful. Hence the voice. No, I'm kidding.
There was a punch coming across the line in a minute.
quit. I'm not even gonna pretend like I have something else to do. I quit if she's going to use that voice.
You make her sound like my gnome from the other day.
If you are
so hard.
struggling with names, you can roll me a D100 and I can give you a name. Or you can come up with one yourself.
I have one.
Can't auto-gen
No,
names
not in this
as well.
version, I'm afraid. I can add
That's
that back
okay.
in. But when I was like remaking the character sheet from the shitty one before, I was just like, I think that's probably more trouble than it's worth.
Sure.
Can I use my heirloom dagger to attack?
Yep, it's a dagger. So
Okay,
it just,
I want it to be like it's purely ceremonial.
I mean, it's up to you if you want to use it that way. You can have it as a free dagger, but if you're attacking with it and stuff, you'll have to make condition tests for it at some point, maybe.
Perhaps I should buy a real dagger and keep that, or else my family will be very pissed off that I'm using this very special dagger.
That's a character choice you will have to make.
Listen, guys, I know you gave me this dagger, but and I rolled a
And I
48
lost
for
it in the torso of someone. I just
Yeah,
can't.
it was really weird. I really want to buy a dagger. Dear daggers, how much do you cost? Not getting too much into this whole buying stuff.
I think I'm pretty much done, which means I've got a spare 23.
Yeah.
I've got way too much since I didn't get to buy a horse. Like I think I got like 93 left.
I'm assuming
Jesus, what did you roll?
126. No, 120. Excuse me.
120. I was gonna say. I thought
Okay.
it was 10. Okay.
I'm gonna play with the regular dagger.
Rob, I've just thought of something. With the crowbar, especially since it's the first item on there, I kind of want, if we're doing pictures of items or something, or descriptions, instead of like, to lead people away from like the modern thinking of crowbar, I kind of want to be like, you know, a wooden or a metal cast bar, but with like a crow's head on the top.
Oh, for
literally
hooking.
a crowbar.
Literally a crowbar.
Oh wait, no,
But
no,
you
no.
could be used as a crow because it has.
And the
like,
beak is what hooks under the.
Yep.
Yes.
Thematic crowbar.
Doty, take this down.
No, I've got 63 left because I got a shield and a spear since I last
A spear.
calculated that.
and
Okay,
sheer.
63 silver, enough to bribe people from not throwing me on the fire. Hopefully.
Oh,
I have a
something
lot of
nice on their own. That's awesome.
I really feel like I should be buying more things.
You
Probably
also have
could.
a spell points box at the top if you fancy using that, see, but you don't have to. I'm not your boss.
I sure do.
How much
Thank
does
you.
the camp supplies thing cost?
Oh, this was a point of contention.
Oh, I don't have a space for it.
Because
Didn't you make it way too cheap compared to the individual?
something like that,
bits
and
or
then
something?
I just took the price out because I couldn't think of a good price.
Okay.
I think 20 silver.
Okay.
What all comes in it again?
Bedroll, mess kit, but it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I probably have this in my camping supplies, and it's like, yeah. So like, if it's something that would be useful for camping, that's within reason, you probably have it, kind of thing.
I definitely spent at least 20 silver on supplies, so we'll just say I have that too.
Sure.
I did like flint and steel, tinderbox, bedroll.
Yeah. Does anyone need a name for their character before we?
Yes, I got a 48. Give me a good name.
A 48, you say?
Don't give me something horrible and hard to pronounce.
I really want.
Where are you from? Sorry.
The K place.
Kotov.
Kotov, yes.
Kotov. Okay.
Out of that place.
You are Vesela. I don't know. Up to you. Morozov. I'll copy and paste into your thing so you can choose how to pronounce
Thank
it.
you. Oh boy. Don't put
You
that
want to get me a last name, Rob?
Give me a roll.
D100, you said?
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna make me get out a different set of dice.
You're from Kyrenia, correct?
Yes.
This isn't part of the like book or anything, but
45.
I just have
I fucking love how you put in the pronunciation for brothers.
Yeah, that was.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
That's funny as fuck.
that was a little thing. 45, you said. See.
Yes.
Your surname is Litvinsky.
Litvinsky.
I'll put it in your character sheet.
Oh, bro, it's gonna be so lit.
No.
Sad times.
You can change it to Livtinsky if you don't want Liam to make that joke anymore. Dan, you alright for a name?
Einator Grimson.
Dope. Liam, do you want a last name?
Nope.
Oh, you're one of those.
Oh, I'd like share. So, do I?
Instead of
Because I have,
Celtic. Oh, sorry, on you go.
I have light armor and a shield.
Yes.
Do I note that as a 2 in my armor section then?
I believe so off the top of my head.
Yes.
Yes.
Like
you do.
armor and shield
Yeah.
makes
And
your
so-
armor too.
Yeah, your armor is basically if you take 4 damage, you have 2 armor, you take 2 damage.
Okay.
That's it. We'll go over like how combat works and the combat stuff when we get there eventually.
Okay.
Just realized that the that might not be for a little while. We'll see. But hey, whatever. Is everyone good for characterization? I think I'm happy that everyone's characters are pretty much there.
Does camping supplies count as count with a backpack or not?
No, it doesn't include a backpack.
Okay, we should clarify what absolutely is in there.
Yes, I think
Feel,
you're right.
I will take a backpack then, and
I would argue that it probably should, because if you're getting a packet of camping supplies, what are they handing you the supplies in?
One of those paper shopping bags that Americans use.
I think we should probably create a backpack like kit that someone could take with precise things and money's cost.
I think it's fair.
Yeah.
Just so people can start off.
Makes character creation easy to say, hey, I'm going to take the Explorer's pack or whatever.
Because I think, I don't know, so Jade, Liam, just while we're here, did you guys find that pretty straightforward?
Thieves.
Sorry?
Did you guys find that like pretty straightforward? There was nothing in there that was a bit janky to you, or was there?
Made sense to me.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay.
I was gonna say the only thing I think would be just something easy for, especially for new players, for items. Just be like, here, buy like an items kit. This is, you don't have to sift through.
Then
all
you don't
this.
have to worry. Yeah. Okay. For sure. All right. Well, is everyone?
I also need to do more reading on the locations, which is why I just picked forest.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's.
I would probably read Elfnir. If you had to read one, read that one because it's the most foresty.
Yeah.
I think that's the one I nicked. All the values I just nicked from other places.
Okay.
And nice. Was the first one I saw, so that makes sense.
You're a rebel already, Liam.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could make a little, like, if you want to make a custom one, make it like this, and it like says choose 3 items and like 3 virtues, and
I think that's a good idea.
I will make a comment.
Here just to make things easier for Europe.
Sure, bud. Thanks. So, has everyone got drinks? Do we want to take a quick break before we jump in, or are people good to go right now?
Give me a couple minutes.
I was gonna say, give me a sec.
Well, that sounds good. I might run to the bathroom and stuff then, if that's cool.
Okay,
does anyone need me for anything before I go?
Nope, go.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I am going to take a rope because I think it will be useful.
And I'm back.
Woo. Oh. Okay.
Switch to my iPad.
Gonna be right back.
Bong, bing, bong.
You guys are gonna love it. The place that
Huh?
you guys are gonna love it. The place that I'm moving to, my new where I'm putting my desk is gonna have the clock like right above my desk as opposed to across the room. It's gonna be fantastic.
Mm.
What did you say? I'm sorry. I accidentally clicked off of the Hangout.
Not important anymore.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I heard something about a clock.
Oh, my clock's gonna be right above my desk when I move, as opposed to across the room now.
Okay.
Hey, Liam.
Yes, dear.
How are you feeling about trip things? With
Good.
all of the stuff that's going
Well,
on?
okay. You know, life will throw what it will throw, and you have to decide whether